Hi, Libra and Libra Rising, Sondra from For Your Chi. This is your May 2025 reading. Thanks for being here. The planets have been extra rough on the Libras. What can I say? I'm so sorry about that. But you had plenty of warning if you had been watching me. So if you're a Libra watching this, congratulations, you made it through yet another Venus retrograde, and you don't have to go through another one for, I think, 17 months or something like that. So if you're a Libra watching this, breathe a sigh of relief. It's getting better. Now, same story for 6 houses on YouTube out of a 12-house spread. First couple of days of May. Karma. Now, it's very unusual that this card comes out in the first house, the Karma card. What you're going through the first couple of days of May could be heavy. But there also could be a meeting of someone that you've met in a previous lifetime. So that's, it's split down the middle. Some of you will experience the heavy karmic situations. Some of you will be meeting this new person. Could it be romantic? It could be. But it doesn't have to be. And I'm being reminded of a conversation that I had with a client when I worked on a psychic hotline. I had a client, obviously most of those are random, and she called me and she gets this card in this house. And I told her, honey, whatever you're going through right now, you must know that you have agreed to go through this situation before you were born. And she started crying. I'm talking sobbing. And that is true for some of you Libras because it's heavy and it can be harsh. Make sure you're taking really good care of yourselves. Sea salt baths. Some of you want to add a pound of baking soda in the bath, and I'm not kidding about that. It gives some sort of added cleansing effect, not only to the body, but to the aura, if you can do it. The oracle card here, the Earth Fairy, talks about your physical health and your groundedness and your foundation. Well, that goes along with taking care of yourself. Isn't that right, Libra? All right, your money is looking better, though. You've got a little extra money coming to you either from the side, or this could be a small bonus. Usually it's a couple of $100s, but it's a nice amount to pay a utility bill, or some of you can pay car payments if you don't have a huge car payment. Usually that is the case. Sometimes I'll have a client that says, oh, Sondra, I got a check in the mail from my grandma for $300 or $100 or from my Aunt Hilda or whatever. But they want to show you that there is, guess what, some feng shui clutter clearing going to be involved in receiving this. Now, some of you may actually get this extra money and use it to clean up your space, or use it to clean up, detail your car, or get someone like a housekeeper to help you come in and do some cleaning and perhaps some organization. Okay, but that's not for all of you. For the rest of you, you're going to need to do some feng shui to receive more money here. And the top 2 feng shui clearing places in your house from the front door, only the front door. The furthermost left-hand side of the corner is your prosperity corner or your prosperity room in your house. Clean it up, organize it, make sure it's vacuumed, dusted, mopped, whatever the case may be. It must be organized. If it's disorganized, then you have a block in your money, and you don't want that, do you, Libra? And you're like, no way. The second thing is you have to spruce up and clean up your front entryway. Make sure nothing is blocking the doorway. That's the major thing. And then make sure there's no clutter. Make sure it's cleaned up. Make sure if you have a porch, make sure that is spruced up, okay? Your third house, your brother or sister. It's time for some patience to happen here, pausing. Not time for them to make any major moves or decisions right now. Oh, the Bard is here, so they could be reading, they could be writing. Now this says poetry. history and storytelling. So they could be into, reading fiction books or writing fiction, something like this. This is the perfect time to do that with the pause card. Your fourth house, your house of home, where you currently live. This could also be talking about your father. There's someone missing in your home. You're missing someone. This could be a partner. This could be a child. This could be a pet if you have lost a pet. And I'm so sorry if some of you are going through that right now. However, this does indicate that you are going through, for those of you that are going through the grief process, you are moving through it quite rapidly considering the circumstances. Because they're telling me right now that you are over this initial gut-wrenching heartbreak and you're on to the next step, whatever that step may be. You also have perception here. This is talking about focusing on the things and being grateful for the things that you have rather than the things that you lack or the things that you don't have. Now, some of this is coming up also in your seventh house. And we're going to get to that in the extended reading. But for those of you that this is not talking about your house or who you live with, this could be talking about your father or father figure and that he is missing someone or he's missing something in his life and he needs to reshift that focus. Okay? Your fifth house, and that could also be a distraction, right? Your fifth house, your social circle, your friends, your fun category, dating for those of you single Libras. New beginnings, stepping into a new social circle or a new dating situation, taking a leap of faith here. Now, the eagle talks about spirit communication with the angels and the other side. So pay attention to the messages that you're getting. Yes, this could even be involving red flags for some of you, not for all of you. Nevertheless, pay attention and tune in to these messages, these gut feelings, these aha epiphany moments, but also pay attention to any animals that randomly show up in your world. This could be birds, but it doesn't have to be. When you see this unusual animal situation, start asking questions and then get very quiet and see what messages you are getting. You may even need a reading. For those of you that need some clarity, I will put my booking link in the comments or the description box below. Your sixth house, your work, your health. Watch out, Libra. Now, there could be this could involve a Capricorn also at your work, but this could also involve a workaholic, or you could be working too much. Watch out for that. Also in your sixth house, that is the devil card. So you want to watch out for you don't want to overdo any or do any substances, Libra. Watch out. Because that could create a problem for you. And you don't need that kind of problem. But like I said, a Capricorn could be showing up at your work. You pulled the Lady of Lake, which talks about speaking your truth, having courage, self-respect. So don't let anyone work you too hard. You need to have balance here. There must be balance. This is also talking about speaking your truth at your job. And funny enough, that message did come up in your seventh house, although we're not going to get totally into it here. All right, let's see. And I also, for those of you that are into the extended reading, I also am pulling from a new deck that I never pull from, but I absolutely love these messages that come here through this. It's so spiritually amazing and profound. The Journey of Love deck, we're going to be going over that in your seventh house of relationships in the extended reading. But let's see who showed up in your seventh house as far as zodiac signs. We have the moon card. Some people say this is Pisces, but I read it as a Cancer, the crab myself. And we have a Virgo. Those are the only two cards that wanted to show up today. It's kind of unusual that you should get only two zodiac signs, but nevertheless, they are the most prominent in your May reading. We'll see what happens in June. If you want to follow me in the extended, the link is below. We're going to be going over your 7th house of primary relationships and business partnerships, your 8th house, which there is a warning in the 8th house of intimacy, taxes, contracts, legal matters, the source of your significant other's income, your 9th house of your school or your travel, your 10th house of career or your mother, your 11th house of your child or your best friend, and the 12th house, what's about to happen 3 months from now in the month of August. Many blessings to you, Libras. Thank you for being here with me. Take care.